there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers
and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Donnelly. He's got his man Cruz. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Running right, here's McAllister. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The Raiders at 0-11 now of the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels, because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Donnelly. The left side throw complete to Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On 1st and 10, Herbert will find Williams on the slant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and they may carry over.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
The choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do in certain situations. Road team that says be aggressive. Go get a touchdown. Don't play for a field goal. I say keep that book open and do it.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Donnelly. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barnett. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Great covers there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Burns. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make it 6-0.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 6-0 our score after 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Donnelly over the middle, complete. It's Cruz. Second catch for him today. They will line up the first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down. Donnelly. It's caught here by Adams. Oh, he sheds himself free.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running left, McAllister. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Donnelly.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Donnelly. And this one's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, with a minute 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 3.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And they're on 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Looking to throw on second down. Donnelly. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
They'll run on first down. Levine, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown!
Alvin Kamara
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Chargers 23, Raiders 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, it's Herbert.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Goodwin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
To throw on 2nd down. Donnelly, and it's complete to Adams. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Donnelly. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Herbert. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, Levine. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good, because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, Donnelly. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching.
Second down and 3.
On the give, McAllister with it.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now, because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw on second down. Donnelly caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams from 10 yards out.
And the Raiders get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Levine. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Donnelly. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Donnelly.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
To throw on second down, Donnelly. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown Raiders! Devontae Adams with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.